We begin a series today called God Can. And it's ironic that the first message in the series is a message that I need. That I need a God Can moment in my life. And maybe that's you. Maybe you need a God Can moment in your life. Maybe you're here today and you have these huge things or this vision or this dream or this situation and it's just out of your control and you have to say, we can't, but God can. I want to talk to you about why I believe God can. I want to start with a story of how God has showed me how he can do things. Here's why I believe God can do things. Because 27 years ago, this spot that I'm sitting 27 years ago, it's a piece of dirt. Kind of funny. Used to come in to this spot off of Seattle Hill Road, 148th, used to be a dead-end dirt road. At the dead end was this trailer, and the trailer was a grouchy woman and her daughter who didn't like anybody. And they didn't like her, understandably so. She was a grouchy lady. I know her because I knocked on her door to talk to her, and she was just a grouchy gal. She didn't like me. I tried to love her, but she didn't like me. And the only house that was on this road is the house that's next door, and that house was on a piece of property with just a piece of dirt. And I sit in an auditorium today, full of people, worshiping God, singing words like, I've seen God move mountains, because we have. You see, our church started with the impossibility. My wife and I moved to a little community called Totem Falls Community, and we bought a house there. We had 6 months salary, and then we were starting a church. And I remember in January, on a rainy January Monday, I got out and I said, I'm going to do the unthinkable. I'm going door to door. I went in the afternoon because I thought maybe there'd be some people home, and I knocked on the doors. It was so painful. I hate going door to door. Has anyone ever done that in your life? Raise your hand. You know what I'm talking about. I love that I'm not alone here. It's like the worst possible scenario. And I was thinking of all the ways to start a church, this is not the right way. And let me tell you why I believe that God can. Because I walked up one side of the street. I only had enough courage to knock on 10 doors up one side of the street. So I knocked on 10 doors. Here was my line. It's like, maybe, just maybe, if you haven't got anything else going, I know you probably don't want to do it, but maybe, just maybe, you come to a Bible study at my house. It's like, but you don't have to if you don't want to. It's like a terrible pitch, it's just a horrible pitch. And I got up 10 houses on one side, and I went across the street, and I said, I'll work my way back home. And I got done. 20 homes. I called on all of 20 homes. Now, those that raise their hand and have gone door to door, I want you to know how much of a God can moment this is. 10 out of the 20 homes came to a Bible study at my house on Tuesday night. If that isn't a God can moment, I don't know what is. I'm telling you, I looked at that. My wife and I, we had 20 adults and we had 20 kids, and they weren't exactly spiritual giants. There was an atheist in there, so we spent the whole night debating the existence of God. But we had a Bible study, and I got the sense that this was something that God wanted me to do, and somehow that he was going to help us. Didn't matter what method we used, there was a God can moment. When we can't, God can.